Hear from, so I'll go. Former major leaguer Steve Garvey brought his campaign tour to the Bay Area. The U.S. Senate candidate meeting with members of the Jewish community in Pleasanton. Now, the former Dodgers and Padres star is running as a Republican in a very crowded field of candidates, hoping to fill the seat previously held by the late Senator Dianne Feinstein.
He sat down with our political reporter Greg Lee as his campaign works to build support up and down the state.
When it's all said and done, probably Mr. Schiff and I will be standing next to each other, and people will decide.
Former professional baseball star Steve Garvey confident in his Senate run. The first-time candidate running as a Republican has watched his chances of an upset grow. The latest poll from Emerson College shows Garvey in second place to Democrat Congressman Adam Schiff, with Representatives Katie Porter and Barbara Lee following behind.
I think people are saying we need a good, common sense, compassionate voice like Steve's. And we know he's a team builder, and we know he'll build consensus.
Garvey in the Bay Area meeting with Jewish leaders to hear about concerns like anti-Semitism in the wake of the Israel-Hamas war. He said he supports Israel's right to defend itself and continued U.S. aid. As a rule, we stand by them, from beginning to end. But we always have to remember we've got to put the United States first in terms of making sure that, our military is a deterrent. Garvey said he also wants to meet with Palestinian Americans. His campaign focused on domestic issues like the southern border, which he wants to close, crime and homelessness. He recently toured encampments in L.A. and Sacramento.
What do you think the federal government can do to better serve the homeless?
Government should start listening to the local projects that have become very, very effective. The Alpha Project in San Diego, very effective. Dream Center in Los Angeles, very effective.
Garvey said he wants greater accountability for homeless spending, but did not cite a specific policy proposal.
It will be helpful for him, and I think he will do this to articulate policy proposals and things he intends to fight for. I think one thing Steve will be very good at is striking a conciliatory tone. The idea of bringing people together.
Stanford's Lonnie Chen knows the challenge of running as a Republican in the state. He ran unsuccessfully for controller in 2022. Chen points to the 2-to-1 registration advantage for Democrats and the divisive effect of former President Trump, an issue Garvey avoided.
If he is the eventual nominee, do you get behind him? You voted for him twice. Do you endorse him?
I'll be pragmatic, use common sense, and I'll decide who I think is going to be best for my country and my life. The single most difficult race in America isn't the presidency. It's for a moderate like myself in California.
It has not stopped his opponents from tying him to Trump. A Schiff fundraising email saying Trump's MAGA loyalists would turn out to vote for Garvey. Garvey said he's focused on his own campaign and trying to advance to the general election.
Barbara Lee, Katie Porter, and Adam, never in the world thought there'd be anybody else in this race. It was the three of them. They were going to battle it out for progressive stand in Washington as senators. But you know what? You can't fail up.
California voters have not elected a Republican to statewide office since 2006 and have not sent a Republican to the Senate since 1988. Reporting in the newsroom, Greg Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.